Many feel that Mercedes have the faster car going into the title decider in Abu Dhabi. This means that Red Bull's Sergio Perez will have an important role to play to give his teammate Max Verstappen all the strategic help he can get. Perez has now spoken about this as quoted by NOS. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Sergio Perez is clear about his role in season finale at Abu Dhabi. Perez began by pointing out how they have fallen behind in the fight for the Constructors Championship. We've fallen well behind in the battle for the Constructors title while we were aiming for a lead. Now it is a matter of turning the switch and making sure we close the gap with Mercedes next weekend. We have something to put right. He, however, feels positive about Max's fight for the Drivers' Championship. It will be a big fight between Lewis and Max, a real big one. We have to be there and we will be there. I think Yas Marina suits us a little better than this circuit. Jeddah seems to fit Mercedes, but we were able to follow their pace. That gives us hope. He confirmed that he will support Max as much as he can. My task in Abu Dhabi is clear. I will support Max as much as possible in his duel with Lewis. But we are fighting on both fronts. We can also become world champions as a team. Everything is possible. It can fall either way. It's only logical. The stakes are high and the pressure is enormous. It almost never happens that both titles are still at stake in the last race. Fast feed. Former F1 world champion Mika Häkkinen pointed out that while Max had been given the instruction to allow Lewis to pass, Lewis had not yet been informed and was momentarily confused. As a result, I think the teams and FIA will need to look at the process and perhaps the technology used to send messages to drivers. Looking at what happened next, I do not believe that Max was brake testing Lewis, that is, trying to force a collision which could easily have put both cars out of the race. Instead, he was trying to force Lewis to overtake him at the point. However, the way he slowed and the position of his car on the track was definitely a problem. Aston Martin's Sebastian Vettel explained that Yuki Tsunoda hit him in the first chicane, which dropped him down the pack. Then there was the incident with Kimi, which completely destroyed my race. I had the track position and there is not enough room for two cars in that corner, so I think Kimi needed to back out. For Alfa Romeo's Antonio Giovinazzi, it was a tough race, very physical. It reminded him of Singapore at times, with the heat and humidity. But in the end, we have a good reward to show for it. We finished so many times just outside the points in P11, so to have a 9th place feels really deserved. I'm looking forward to Abu Dhabi and to fight for another good result to close the season well. Williams driver George Russell feels that with such a narrow track that is so fast, and with the size of these cars, an accident is almost inevitable. Heading to Abu Dhabi, we need to find a bit more speed from the car so we can be battling a little higher up the field. It's my last race with Williams next week and I want to finish on a high. Haas team principal Gunther Steiner had a disappointing day in Jeddah with 2 crashed cars in the penultimate race of the year. Mick just tried to keep up with the Williams, which didn't work out, and Nikita got himself in a position where he couldn't do anything about it. He was a passenger of whatever happened in front of him. Unfortunate, but one more to go and then we move on. Will Sergio Perez play a role in Max Verstappen's title fight in Abu Dhabi? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.